Hello and welcome inside the Hawks Nest. My name is Adam Lucier here with my broadcasting partner Andrew Milani. And we got a great matchup tonight in women's volleyball against the Humber Hawks and the Sheridan Bruins. And not much of a holiday break for the Humber Hawks as they competed in the Humber Cup Invitational just at the end of December, going 2-3. And Andrew, what did you see in that tournament from the Humber team?
Yeah, you're right, Adam. It was a good way for this Humber team to kind of shake off the rust coming off nice Christmas break, a little turkey that you got to work off, and
absolutely
a chance for some of these players that don't have too much playing time to step up a little bit with some missing players, of course, during the holidays.
And these star players on your screen now are not shy on playing time. Haley Henderson, a first year for Humber, has really been a standout on this young team and someone to keep an eye on the Sheridan side. That's Tara Aoun, who's really an offensive leader for this Bruins squad.
Yeah. This could sure be a marquee matchup for the game tonight. Haley Henderson getting a lot done as a first-year player. Not too common, as usually have to kind of work your way up to get those big roles, but Haley had not exactly handed it, but started giving it, and she's really been living up to it. And Tara Aoun, really the star player for this Sheridan squad, leading the team in kills and points, and really a leader for that team. And we should see how these two players stack up against each other tonight. Should be a good one.
Absolutely, and the Sheridan Bruins have quite the hill to climb here. All-time 42-1 against these Humber Hawks. That one victory coming in 1991. So the Hawks have won 40 straight games against Sheridan, OCAA action. And what are the Hawks going to have to do tonight to keep that streak alive and keep this team hot?
Well, they just got to keep the pressure on Sheridan. They already beat them going back earlier in the season, back in Sheridan. Sheridan was actually up to a 4-1 start to the season, then that started a little 4-game losing streak that the Sheridan Bruins are on. So Humbers are certainly capable of beating them, and they're just going to have to keep the foot on the gas pedal, keep that pressure up.
Absolutely.
Should be a good game.
And you mentioned that little bit of a holiday hangover that these girls could be facing. I'm sure a lot of us are here in the booth facing that, so we'll see if the girls are able to shake off the rust early and get off to a hot start in this one.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see how this one gets off to a start. If these girls are a little shaky to start off, that rust is still there, or if they are back in game shape. So that first set could really do a lot to determine how the rest of the match goes. So could be a big one.
We're ready for the anthem here in the Hawks Nest.
Welcome to the nest here at the Humber Athletic Center. For this matchup between the Sheridan Bruins and Joe Humber Hawks. At this time, I would ask you if you could please stand if you're able for the playing of our national anthem.
And after that, our first anthem inside the Hawks Nest of 2019. We're just about to get this one underway as the teams shake hands before this matchup. So as we mentioned previously, the Hawks looking for their 41st consecutive win over the Sheridan Bruins, but I'm sure they're going to have a tough contest here tonight.
Yeah, these two schools do not like each other, so neither of these teams will go down easily, and it should be a good one.
Nice atmosphere tonight, nice crowd gathered to watch these women's volleyball players go at it, and teams ready to go and hope to get a fresh start to this 2019 season. A little bit of history watch on the go tonight as Head coach Chris Wilkins for Humber currently sits at 348 victories. That's the most all-time. Looking to add on to that here as well. Kyla Wilkins, Humber's all-time digs leader, sitting at 527, a chance to extend that.
Yeah, quite the accomplishment. Not many students will see numbers that big. We'll see how that number continues to grow along this season.
Yeah, she passed that record in her 5th year earlier in the season. It's just continued to dominate and add points to that. Definitely a key leader, as we mentioned before. Plenty of first years on the Humber side as we get ready for player intros. Let's meet the girls.
The starting lineup for your Humber Hawks, as put together by head coach Chris Wilkins. Up by 10 power to Ingersoll, number 5, Emma Meany. A 6-foot middle and a Toronto, Ontario, number 7. Up by 10 outside hitter in Burlington, Ontario, number 8, Julia Watson. Up by 10 power out of Toronto, Ontario, number 10, Olivia Foley. A 6-foot middle out of Roma, Italy, and number 12, Sarah. The 5'9" center out of Ipswich, Ontario, number 16, Alex Barton. Your starting libero in Brampton, Ontario, number 2, Kyla Wilkins. Your officials for this matchup: David Gross, Marie Garland, and online, Scotty Nasrani, and Johnson Lowell. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Sheridan Bruins and Joe Hopper. Hawks.
Dwayne Bowles, the voice of the Humber Hawks, gets us going over the PA. A lively player introduction, and we're just about to get this underway. Alex Bartman, who is the assist queen for this lineup, will get things going with serve number 1.
Bartman's also the team leader in service aces, so let's see what she does here to start this one off.
That one corralled by Sheridan.
Big
Nice
block
block
there.
up top. That's a couple Hawks getting up there, another opportunity. And that's Watson and Kerstonisic who are both involved on that block.
Yeah, that one didn't look like it crossed the net, though. Not enough power on that one. A little bit of a surprise here to see Haley Henderson not starting today. She does lead this team in kills per set. That one just makes it over.
A nice dig, but that's fire back by Kerstonisic. And that's hard to defend. She's going to be a force all night. And the Hawks early up to a 2-0 lead. A dangerous server. Bartman still with the ball in her hand.
Yeah, another big chance here. Ooh. Now what
That'll
they
go
want to see there.
Not what you want to see. That'll go down as an error, but no worse for wear as the Hawks go up 2-1.
Yeah, hopefully these unforced errors don't start to accumulate. That could be real trouble. Oh, man.
Speaking of unforced errors, that's Celine Blanchette, who again is an important assist leader on this team, but that service error will put her team further in the hole.
And averaging half a service ace per set, so a little bit of a surprise there if she wasn't able to get that one.
Set up to the far side. Tough play made, but that's corralled by Kyla Wilkins. It's going to go up to Julia Watson here. attempts to punch it over, but it's not going to go over. And that fourth hit obviously disallowed by the chair umpire. Bruins hanging tough in this one, 3-2.
Yeah, these unforced errors start to be a factor here early on. Could be the storyline here of the match, or at least the game.
The crowd with the Thunder sticks trying to get behind their squad. As that serve paints the back line, that'll be a service ace for Tamia Cooper-Evelyn.
Yeah, a bit of a lucky break there for Sheridan, as the Humber players thought that one was going out, but just managed to stay in.
Emma Heaney took her hands away, but that one just on the line. Cooper-Evelyn with another chance. That one's put up for Kirsten Osic.
Big one there. Just paints the corner there.
And if that becomes a pattern, it's going to be a long night for the Sheridan Bruins. As Kirsten Osic in the past has been known to take over games with her kills.
Yeah, certainly a big part of that Humber front line.
We see Rosella Falcomer check into the game now for Humber.
Yeah, good serve there by her.
Falcomer with the setup to Watson. That'll go off the block for a Humber point. So far, so good for these Humber Hawks. Seem cool, calm, and collected, don't they, Andrew?
Yeah, not really letting these early mistakes get to them. Looks like they just want to move on and get this game going. Another good serve there by Falcomer.
Set up to the far side once again.
That's going to be a net violation.
Absolutely, net violation against Sheridan. Mentioning those errors, definitely playing on both sides of the court so far. Hawks currently doubling up Sheridan, 6-3. Corralled by the libero. Put up to the near court, and that one's floated. Appeared to be long, but that drops in once again. Sheridan able to find the open court and find the corners. So we'll see Kirsten Osic step out after a strong start.
Yeah, Sheridan's still hanging around here. Still anyone's set. We'll see if Sheridan can get some points here with the serve.
Nice play by Kyla Wilkins doing what she does best. And that is hammered home, Emma Heaney.
Yeah, Heaney doing a great job of just finding an open bit of court there where no one from the Sheridan side was. A little bit of a miscue by them. And Humber now back up by 3.
Watson on the serve. And that cannot be corralled by Tamia Cooper-Evelyn. That'll go down as a service ace for Watson.
Yeah, just unable to get a hand on that properly and just lets that one bounce in front of the floor in front of her.
A little bit of a knuckleball off the hands of Watson. Once again, the libero. That's Cindy Romans. That set kind of goes into no women's land and falls under the net for a Humber point.
Yeah, good timeout here by Sheridan. That's a play as a libero, Sydney Romans, you just can't make. The team's going to depend on you to kind of corral that ball and get things going, and just unacceptable by her.
So far we've seen the play of both liberos. Kyla Wilkins, sturdy as ever, as we mentioned, all-time digs leader for this team. And Sydney Roman and her Sheridan Bruins are going to have to settle down a little bit here as this one's getting away from them early. 9-4 we stand.
Yeah, you got to see how they come out of the timeout here. Both these teams. If Sheridan comes out of this one fighting, they'll have a chance. But if they come out of this one looking defeated, then I don't give them much of a chance here in this first set. And as for Humber, you just got to keep the pressure going. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep that ball moving. Keep it going to open parts of the court. And eventually you're going to get points.
Pedal to the metal. And as you mentioned, pretty good timing by head coach Scott Hunt for Sheridan in his 5th year coaching the squad. Seemed like an appropriate time for that timeout as he's seen the score getting run up in one direction and try to stop any momentum going the Hawks' way.
Yeah, and especially after a bad play that your libero makes like that, you want to get her confidence back up, get her back going into this game. Players are taking the court and just about ready to start.
Humber definitely appears to be the more lively side as high fives going around. Watson once again on the serve. And that's put up. Cheyenne Williams attempted that kill there, but that'll be blocked by the front court of Humber. Offense and defense clicking on all cylinders in match number 1 of 2019.
Yeah, Humber right to the task there, just getting in there like right when that ball came, and not much Sheridan could have done about that one.
Stepping up from the backcourt, Hard play, but Wilkins once again gets to it. Watson has to float one over. Near court, that's Ayoun,
That's going
the
to
one
miss.
to look out for. But that point will go the Hawks' way.
Yeah, just a little too much mustard on that hot dog, and that one just misses the court. And this hole keeps getting bigger for Sheridan.
And that's Tara Ayoun. We mentioned her pregame, how she's one to look out for at a couple opportunities.
And more problems here for the libero, Sydney Romans. Not what they were looking for here tonight, and certainly not what she was hoping to get from herself.
2 miscues early on, as you mentioned, by Romans. Plenty of game left to play. Let's see if she could step up here. Makes a nice play to get it up.
Yeah, both those errors were very playable balls too, so we'll see if that takes an effect on her in this game.
Rosella Falcomer attempts the cross court.
And the Humber team got a little crossed up there.
A little bit of a tricky play. Falcomer going for that cross court play, and Wilkins unable to get it off the net.
Yeah, and Falcomer just not able to get enough on that one. If she had able to hit that ball with a little more power, might have been able to get across, but not to be.
So here is Tara Ayoun. A key piece for the Sheridan Bruins, serves it over.
Ooh, just makes it over.
Foley just gets that one over, as you mentioned. Ayoun has to float one.
And that's going to miss.
Off the far side, can't find the line. And this Hawks lead keeps growing and growing. 13-5 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, these unforced errors really playing a big part here for Sheridan. They better watch out or else this one could be over quick. Just clears the net, wow.
From the backcourt, volley over, Wilkins again with the dig. Going far side to Heaney, finds the block. But Wilkins with a nice play. Looking for Falcomer here. Fights her way through the block. Cindy Romans puts it up. Who are they looking for? Front court to Heaney.
Oh, big block.
Great play by Falcomer, quick reaction. Able to bump it over. And that block will go off the noggin of the chair umpire. Nice play there. Bruins will get that point.
Yeah, we're going to get a replay of that one. It's a beautiful struck ball, and yeah, not much the Humber front line could have done there.
Falcomer once again seemed to be feeding her early on in this one. Romans with some redemption there on the set.
That one just goes long. Another point here for the Hawks.
As you mentioned, Andrew, this Hawks team is just far too strong to be giving up points.
Serving box number 12, Rosella Falconer.
The Bruins will have to clean up their game quick if they want to make this a long, drawn-out match here at the Hawks Nest tonight. And once again, that's Sydney Romans. Another miscue. That'll go down as a ace for Falconer.
Yeah, and this Humber lead just continues to grow here, up by 9 now in this first set.
Sheridan doing themselves no favors. Romans able to get that one away. Trying to find Williams. That's off the block. Can't play it off the net, can the Bruins? And a 10-point lead as these Hawks are starting to pull away.
Yeah, that Sheridan front line just looked completely discombobulated there, and they take another smart timeout here, and much needed timeout, down by 10, and things are looking pretty bleak for them here in this first set.
I mean, they're playing against a strong team, and the girls seem to be on fire tonight. Maybe not too pleased after going just 2-3 in that Humber Cup Invitational. Really seem to have a fire under them tonight as the girls are really showing some energy.
Well, I think they look at the standings and they know that they got to get better. Even though 8 of the top 10 teams in that West Division do go on to the playoffs, it's all about seeding, and Humber, sitting at 3rd place now, would probably have to play Sheridan, who, despite not looking great here today so far, has been pretty good. They did win 4 of their first 5 games of the season, so it's going to be, for Humber, I think they have their eye more on St. Clair and Fanshawe, trying to punch up in a way, trying to get to those top 2 seeds.
Yeah, the Humber girls have dropped contests to both Fanshawe and St. Clair on the season. Pretty rare for the girls to drop 2 games in a season, but this team remains strong as they, as you mentioned, try to climb up those rankings.
Yeah, but the teams they lost to, though, no shame in that. Fanshawe and St. Clair, both very strong teams this year.
Tough play at the net there. Humber trying to make something here.
Big block.
Foley went for the go there, but Sheridan with their and authority to drop that one in.
Yeah, it looked like it was Cheyenne Williams and Celine Blanchette who blocked that one. coming up big for the Sheridan front line.
Kyla Wilkins, as always, makes a play there.
Nice low block at the net by the Bruins. Big block there, but that will land out of bounds. Point there for the Bruins.
Kirsten Osic was up there, and as she usually is, with her hand up in the way of that ball, but as you mentioned, out of bounds it goes. Bruins starting to claw back.
And man, this is the start that, coming out of this timeout, this is what Sheridan was looking for. 3 straight points here. Although they are down by 7 still, they'll have to do a lot to come back into this first set.
Even if they can't come away from this set, any little bit of momentum would be huge going into the second.
Absolutely.
Watson from the backcourt blocked, but Wilkins able to get to it. A little floater by Watson gets over. Tara Ayoun can't get that one to fall. Olivia Foley with some power. Nice rally getting going here. Wilkins once again. Foley. Strong play.
Yeah, nice rally we got going on here.
The best one of the match so far. Once again, it's Foley off the block. She makes her own play. Wilkins finding in the backcourt. Tara Ayoun with the dig, and this one's going back and forth.
Oh, wow. Nice little bit of finesse there. That was Amanda Manley with that one. Beautiful little play to just float that one over the net, completely catching that Humber front line off guard.
What a rally and what a final point. Nice piece of volleyball play there by both sides.
And Sheridan doing good here to hang around. Down only by 6 here.
Sneaky over on 2 was Bartman. Not fooling the Bruins. And absolutely smoked was it by Kirsten Osic, as she's making her presence felt once again.
Yeah, beautiful cross-court kill there to get that little run stopped for the Bruins and put another point up here for the Hawks, now up by 7.
A nice little run put on there by the Sheridan Bruins, but still remain behind by 7. Here's Bartman. Had success early with her serves.
Big block there. Another big block, but
that's Watson and Kirsten Osic, who, as you mentioned, have had blocks galore tonight, but that one will go off their arms out of bounds.
Yeah, it could be sometimes hard to make a play on that when it's coming as fast as that one, and really don't have much of a choice than to just deflect it. That time it landed out of bounds.
This Hawks team not particularly known for their blocking skills, sitting at 12th in blocks per set, but really showing off what they could do tonight.
Yeah, it looked like it may have been a double hit there that the Bruins got away with, but play will continue.
Tara Ayoun with an opportunity. Wilkins with the set here. That's
big block there.
Julia Watson unable to beat the block. Over to Foley. To the libero. That is pushed over by Ayoun.
Oh.
And that is all you need to see. Kirsten Osic putting it off the cheek of the libero, Sydney Romans.
Yeah, Sydney Romans in the right place at the right time, seemingly, but just that one caught her off guard and hit her in the face, it looked like. She looks like she's going to be okay, though.
Great positioning, but when a player has the power that Kirsten Osic does, not much you could do.
Yeah, when you see that ball coming at you at full speed, it could be a little intimidating.
And that one goes down off the block, but a lift is called. So on the service line now, we'll see Olivia Foley. She's had a strong match so far, really being fed the ball.
Yeah, she's been a real good factor here.
Into the backcourt it goes. Tara Ayoun off the block. Watson puts it up. Now she'll have a chance.
That one went wide. Point there for the Bruins.
Smooth transition there. Watson with the give and go, but outside the line it falls. Just 6 points to go for the Hawks to close out this set, but the Bruins hanging in tough after a few of those timeouts called by head coach Scott Hunt.
Yeah, it looked like they're down and out, but they're still hanging around here.
And look at that play going under the net is Alex Bartman. Don't see that every day. Unrewarded it goes.
Yeah. A little bit of an unfortunate bounce there, hoping that they could have got a nice little play there after working so hard just to keep that one alive.
Yeah, you see that white sweater run into that sea of blue. That's a nice looking serve, and it will go down as an ace.
Yeah, it just catches the line. Second time Humber's done this set.
Hawks a little bit flat-footed on that one. But that'll go down as a service error for Jamie Budnikas.
Serving for the Hawks, number 7, Alex
Krstanisic, who has been a force tonight, looking to make an impact on the service line. Romans with the first touch. Hard hit, but corralled. They're going to go to Watson. And miscommunication there. Romans and Amanda Manley unable to make a play.
Yeah, I don't know quite what happened there. No one sure where to take the ball, and sure enough, they just let a point slide away.
So that miscommunication will cost them dearly. Tara Ayun unable to get anything going tonight, but she'll get the point there. She fires that off the block.
Yeah, she's looking to really get going here. Hasn't had much of a game here so far, but that could be the start of something. We'll see how things progress.
Tara Ayun, the one we highlighted in the pregame, currently sitting at 1 dig, held without a kill so far. Watson with a nice little tip. And that'll find its way over Darby Sewell of the Bruins. And down for another point.
Yeah, and a nice little bit of that finesse again, just kind of floating that one over the net. Completely catching the Sheridan Bruins off guard.
Take your pick. Do you want Watson floating one over you? Do you want Kirsten Osich putting one in your grill?
Oh, man. Definitely wouldn't want to take one in the face from Kristen Osich.
The Bruins defense really seems to be struggling here with the versatility of this Humber Hawks offense. As they're having their way with the Bruins so far tonight. Romans puts one to the net. That's Williams. And she'll fire it down for a Bruins point.
Yeah, Sheridan doing a good job of extending this first set, but may be a matter of too little too late as they're down by 6 and Humber just 3 points away from taking this one. Ooh, serve
that
right up
sure
into the
won't
net.
help.
Yeah, Tara Ayun, not a good serve there. She'll come out of the game.
So it seems as though anytime the Bruins have a glimpse of momentum, seems as though an unforced error puts an end to it. Danae Campana on the serve now for Humber. Going to the far court there, and that is in for a point. Darby Sewell with the kill. Second year out of Sault Ste. Marie.
Darby Sewell getting ready to serve here for the Bruins after substitution.
Wilkins makes the play in the middle to Falcomer. And that'll be returned.
Big
nice
block there.
That point goes the way of Humber as
That was
the
a
block
double hit.
party. Double hit. Block party continues for the Hawks. And Kirsten Osich and Falcomer always seem to be right in the middle of it.
Yeah, Falcomer doing a good job of knowing where to be, where to block, and coming up big there. She gets ready to serve. Set point here for the Hawks.
Let's see if they can get it done. And that sure won't do it. That's Foley on the attempt there.
Yeah, she puts that one right into the net.
Plenty more opportunities to come for them to close out this set. Cheyenne Williams, who has been one of the few bright spots for the Bruins tonight. She's had some nice kills at the net. And that sure won't help as they gift the Hawks set number 1 with that service error. 25-18, your final score in set 1.
A little too much whipped cream on that Sunday to close out this set. And Humber will take this first set by a score of 25-18. And we'll be right back for the second set.
just about underway to get going for set number 2. Set 1 dominated by Humber, some strong play early on. Sheridan starting to come on late, but unable to close that gap.
Yeah, Sheridan, those unforced errors really piled up for them, especially early in that first set. And they kind of let that first set get away from them. After a couple timeouts, they were kind of able to make an even set, but by that time it was too little too late as they were just exchanging points at that point.
Dug that hole a little too deep, did Sheridan. Unable to climb out of it. It's going to be important here to see how both squads start set number 2.
Yeah, watch again for those unforced errors. We saw a lot of balls going into the net, a lot of missed serves. We should see if that continues to pile up or if these teams are able to kind of tighten up on that and get control. We'll see.
Yeah, I think a big talking point in that first set was the play of the liberos. Sydney Romans for the Sheridan Bruins and Kyla Wilkins for the Humber Hawks. Wilkins steady as always, but 3 or 4 unforced errors on the hands of Romans. To see if she can clean up her play here in set 2 as we're ready to get going.
Just makes it over the net.
Foley, who's been busy tonight, gets that one over. Tara Ayun.
We'll have a whistle there. Point there for Sheridan.
Net violation and charge to number Hawks.
So the Bruins take their first lead of the night, to be honest. 1-0 for the Bruins, and see how long they can hold on to this one.
Oh, another one just clears the net. Humber had to scramble, but couldn't get to that one in time. A bit of a break there for the Bruins as they're setting up 2-0 here in this second set.
Yeah, Wilkins showing off her athleticism there on that dig. But nothing comes out of it. That's 2-0 on the board for the Bruins.
That one's gonna miss. Humber's on the board now in this second set.
And as you mentioned, it took a service error to get that point on the board. Kyla Wilkins checks out into this game, and we'll see Rosella Falcomer come in. Another first year making a real impact with the squad. Played off the net by Ayun and volleyed over. Put in the middle to Kirsten Nosic.
And that one finds the court. Humber tying this one at 2s.
And that sure is tough to defend. If you're Sheridan, Kirsten Nosic has been firing rockets all night long. To the far side, and that'll find the court. That's Tamia Cooper-Evelyn with the Bruins' 3rd point of the set as they keep their lead.
And Watson trying to dive for that one, but unable to get to it. And Bruins retaking the lead.
Here's Cooper-Evelyn after that nice play. Find the arms of Wilkins. Far side to Foley. Off the block. On the board does Foley. She continues her strong night.
And we're back squared at 3s now.
And now it gets interesting.
Yeah, the back and forth from this last set continues.
Who will be able to pull away here in set number 2?
Yeah, first team able to get in a run here might be able to take this set.
That's Tara Ayun. And that could not find that back line. Point goes to Humber as now they regain the lead.
Yeah, that one with a little too much on it once again, and Sheridan missing the court and handing a point to the Hawks.
So the leader in service aces, Alex Bartman, gets it going and helping attack another one on that box score.
Yeah, the service master's at it again. Alex Bartman with a beautiful service ace there that Sheridan just unable to corral.
Right on cue was Bartman with that ace. Let's see what else she has up her sleeve.
Let's see if she can bring out more of that Bartman magic. Oh no,
I'm
afraid I just jinxed it.
Spoke a tad too soon, I think we did, Andrew.
Yeah, that was more Steve Bartman, less Alex Bartman on that one.
Don't offend the Cubs fans everywhere.
They got the World Series, everything is good now.
And Bartman will find it once again to Kirsten Nosic. And not the prettiest of plays, but that goes off the arms of Amanda Manley. And that fluke of a play will find the court. Point for Sheridan.
Yeah, it looked like Manley was just trying to get control of that one and just bounced in a perfect spot on the Hawks side of the court. Bit of a lucky break, but they'll take it.
To the far side, that's Watson off the block. Nice play by Wilkins. Setting up Foley on the other side. From the backcourt come the Bruins. Wilkins with the set now to Watson. And that'll split defenders on the Bruins.
Yeah, beautiful kill there by Julia Watson. Putting that right in the middle of the court between a couple of the Bruins defenders.
Julia Watson showing why she leads this talented Humber Hawks team in kills. She gets an important one there as this game still tight.
Yeah, 61 on the season coming into this one. That was her 62nd, and big way to lead this Humber squad.
Olivia Foley there with the service error. Ball now in the hands of Tara Ayoun, trying to lead her squad to a big set victory here.
That one just clears the net.
Up to Watson, unable to find the defender. Great play by Wilkins. Watson able to get a hand on it, but just too tough to handle.
Yeah,
Point goes to the Bruins.
Wilkins being on the ground there made it a little difficult for Olivia Foley to get over it, to get to the ball and get the point. But we'll go down as a point for Sheridan here. And that serve misses.
That's a great eye by Kaya Wilkins, as she just saw that one come in, just squeak past that line. Good court IQ there by the libero.
And that's what you got to do to be the defensive captain of this team. And Kyla Wilkins is certainly up to that task, as we all know.
Bruins trying to get going offensively.
Another one misses.
And that one will go to the Bruins, as they say that ball was tipped off the block. 8-7 our score.
Sheridan managing to stay on top of this set. Hoping to build a little momentum here. Oh, man.
And that won't help. That's Olivia Foley with a little bit of a miscue there as it pops over the head of Wilkins.
Yeah, I think Watson was expecting that one a little more in front of her, and she had to go behind.
A little bit of a floater serve. Nice play by Foley to get to it.
Big block there.
It's going up to Watson. Finesses one over the block.
Those have to put it over here.
Here comes a free ball for the Hawks. Let's see what they can get done. Falcomer with a rocket. Nice play made by Manley. Watson, Bartman. Putting it over is Emma Heaney. Bruins scrambling.
Yeah, Sheridan really playing on their heels that one. Humber really in control of that rally all the way and picking up a big point there to get back within one.
Nice little rally as we take a look at that replay. As you see, a little bit of running around on the Bruins. That one finds the net off the hands of Darby Sewell. Grab by the libero, that's Williams. Diving in front of Foley is Watson, a little bit of miscommunication. And how about these Bruins still maintaining this lead as we get deeper into set number 2?
Yeah, really trying to grab a hold of this second set. And this could be a big one. You don't want to see Humber go up 2-0 if you're the Bruins. And that's certainly not what they want to see there, as Cheyenne Williams puts that one right into the net.
And you have this slim lead over this talented roster. Not great timing on that service error.
Emma Heaney with the serve.
And that floater is misplayed by Darby Sewell. That'll go down as a service ace for Heaney.
And Heaney will stick with serve. Let's see what she's able to do with this one.
All tied up now inside the Hawks' nest in set number 2. That one just out of the reach of Heaney.
Sheridan back on top here.
Holding tough. Don't write them off too early. Not the strongest starts to tonight, as they dug themselves quite the hole in set number 1, but putting up quite the fight. It goes up to Foley. Off the block. Unable to make a play off the net is Manley.
Yeah, tough play there for her.
And the theme of this second set continues. Back and forth action. All tied up at 11.
Yeah, no team as of yet being able to really go on a run here and grab a hold of this set. Let's see if Humber's able to do it here with serve. Oh, man.
That's Amanda Manley putting it off the arms of Julia Watson.
Yeah, just a rocket headed towards her, and she just had to kind of deflect it behind her for the Sheridan point. Not much of a play she had there.
We're starting to see a little bit of confidence on the side of the Bruins. So they're playing well here in set number 2. Got to be happy for head coach Scott Hunt. Bartman up to Kirsten Osic.
Oh, man, just a killer there.
As she's done all game, she has shown some versatility, a little finesse at the net, but she really hasn't needed it tonight as we take a look at that one.
That's her 6th kill tonight. She's been on fire.
If I recall correctly, the only one the Bruins have returned successfully seemed to be an accident. So Kirsten Osic having Sheridan's number.
And that one, yeah, that one will miss for a point for Humber, and they're on top here.
So as the momentum needle tips back and forth, it appears to be on the side of the Hawks.
And look who's getting ready to serve right now. That's Alex Bartman, the service ace.
Romans with a high set there. Coming into the near court, off the net goes Sewell.
Point there for the Hawks.
Slowly starting to pull away here. This next point could prove mighty important.
Yeah, they're kind of going on a mini run here. Let's see if they can keep this one going.
Here's Bartman. Corralled by the Bruins. Far side to Ayoun. Front court now. Bartman, Kirsten Osic. Ayoun once again off the block into the court. Point for the Bruins as they put a stop to that run by Humber. Get themselves back within a point.
And that's some of the play we really expected from Ayoun. Big point there for Sheridan. Sheridan kind of playing on their heels in that one. Kind of able to pull that one out and pull out a point there.
Tough play, nice set to Watson. And all Manley could do was protect herself there as Watson came down with the hammer.
Yeah, lots of hard hit ball coming in Manley's direction today. Not an easy night for her so far.
Yeah, not a fun day at the office. Great positioning shown by the Bruins. It's just unable to return these shots. Romans gets it up nice and high. Sewell, diving play by a couple Humber Hawks there as Heaney gets the ball over. And a little bit of sloppy play at the net. Unable to do anything with it. Hawks move their lead to 3.
Yeah, Cheyenne Williams touched that one. She knew she couldn't touch it again, just kind of backed off from it with no Bruins there in the immediate vicinity. Olivia Foley here with the chance to serve.
A busy night for Foley at the net. Looking to get something going on the serve. Finding Ayoun with a little flip over the block. From the backcourt comes Foley.
Oh, wow.
How about that? Finds the sliver of open space on that Sheridan side. Drops it right down the middle.
And Sheridan will take a timeout here as we'll look at that one. A little bit of an improvised play. That was not planned at all. And 3 Sheridan players going for it, all of them coming up empty. Beautiful play to watch. I think that's going to be on the Sports Center top 10 tonight.
Highlight of the night material there. As that's a nice play by Foley coming up from the backcourt and floating that one right down Main Street.
And we're looking at a back and forth set here with Sheridan and Humber, but Humber really starting to pull away with this one, and Sheridan better be careful. They got to be a little more aggressive here and kind of anticipate these hard hit Humber balls a little more.
Just a few minutes ago, we were sitting at 11 all. Score right now, 17-13 as the Hawks starting to impose their will on the Bruins and pulling away in set number 2.
Yeah, this could be the real big one here. Sheridan claws their way back into this one. It's tied 1-1, anyone's game. However, if Humber goes up 2-0, Sheridan's really got to be careful. It could be a quick night for them. Foley still at the service line with the chance to extend this Humber lead to 5.
She's got the hot hand at the moment. There's Williams. Nice play made. Kyla Wilkins to Watson off the block. Bartman, far side to Heaney.
That one went right into the net.
So Heaney unable to get that one over as the Bruins remain tight in this one, sitting 3 points back of the Hawks. Tara Ayoun now. And that one's a country mile long.
Yeah, a little too much spice in that chili. That one went just a bit long. And Humber back up by 4 here. Kristen Osic with the chance to serve and put them up by 5.
Bruins must be happy that Kirsten Osic is sitting on that service line and not at the net.
Yeah, certainly after that play too. They'll take that one as that serve goes right into the net. Sheridan with a chance here to get back into the set.
Sewell with the serve.
That one gets away a little bit.
Wilkins running over to make that play. Heaney with a little bit of a floater. That's Evelyn Cooper there. Bartman tosses it up to Watson. Just off the outstretched arms of Manley.
Yeah, the tough evening for her continues, as that one was just out of her reach.
That's Watson, who had a little bit of a quiet start to the night, starting to fill that stat sheet up. 3 digs and 3 kills for Watson, and she'll check out of this one.
We're going to get a personnel change here as Schneider and Nguyen take the court for the Hawks.
Lauren Schneider, been a role player for the Hawks all season long. Another one of those first-year players making a real impact.
Sally Nguyen had a really good showing at the Humber Cup during the holidays, so we'll see if she's able to do anything here with this big opportunity she's given.
She'll get a touch there.
Falcomer, a big kill attempt, but that one's returned. Another one returned.
Back-to-back attempts by Falcomer. Now it's Heaney's turn. The Hawks get a line for this return. That'll go
post
off the flag stick for the 20th point for the Humber Hawks. Now just 5 points away from closing out set number 2.
Yeah, they're in good position here to close out this second set. Up by 5 with 5 points left to go. Things are looking bleak here once again for the Bruins.
Trying to find Williams there.
Yeah, that little floater attempt by Williams, just not able to clear the net. And Humber,
not too much on that one.
Yeah, and a timeout here being called.
Timeout called by Scott Hunt, the 5th-year head coach of the Sheridan Bruins. Trying to see what adjustments he can make late in this set. May just be a little too late. Bruins sitting 6 points back. And it's really been the play of the front court. Foley, Kirsten Osic, Falcomer have really just imposed their will all night long. Really have controlled this game.
Yeah, a lot of hard hit balls and mixing in a little bit of finesse there, which has definitely made things difficult for the Bruins.
There you see one of the best in the biz, Coach Wilkins, on your screen there, talking to Lauren Schneider.
Yeah, Sheridan coming into this one looking for a little bit of vengeance, as that loss to Humber early in their season kind of derailed their season, so they're hoping that this one can maybe get their season back on track, but they're going to have to get back into this one in a hurry.
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster year for those Sheridan Bruins, starting off their year 4-1, and after that hot start have dropped 4 straight, and if they're not careful here, that losing streak could run to 5. Schneider will once again have the opportunity to get us going.
Serve is good. Big block there.
Cooper Evelyn with the kill attempt, but a big block, as you mentioned, for the Hawks.
Falcomer and Nguyen look like they were right there for it.
Falcomer from Verona, Italy, standing at 6 foot. An imposing force at that net. Here's Cooper Evelyn once again. That's Schneider putting it up to Foley. Finding Nguyen with the tip. Cannot be corralled by the Bruins. That's Romans and Blanchette going for that one. Unable to get it. Let's take a replay of that nice little tip there by Nguyen.
Humber now just 2 points away from taking this second set and going up big 2-0.
Schneider serving well, but that one will go wide. Or sorry, long.
Yeah, that one went way long. Not what Humber was looking for there.
A lot of breathing room for the Hawks. So we'll see this offering from Wilson. Wilkins putting it up to the front court.
And set point here for the Hawks.
Heaney with a nice play there, getting that one down. 1 more point to go. Here is Heaney on the serve. And
oh, nice little tip there.
Nguyen and Falcomer they'll end off the set with that nice teamwork there. And what was a close set now is a 25-16 victory for the Hawks as they take a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, Sheridan really keeping up with Humber in the early stages of that one, but Humber running away with it late, kind of the inverse of what we had in that first set.
So the Bruins unable to hold on for the entire set as the Hawks pull away late. As we see Hawks Nation get involved here, getting the crowd fired up. We see a nice crowd on hand tonight for this contest.
Yeah, a lot of Sheridan fans here today too.
They travel well, those Bruins.
Yeah, of course a big rivalry here, Humber versus Sheridan. Maybe bigger rivals for soccer and for basketball, but there's a lot of people showing up here for volleyball. We're having a lot of fun here tonight.
Enjoy the rest of the game and make sure you come out to the men's match at 8, where once again it'll be t-shirt time.
As we take a look at the women's West Division standings, Humber sitting at 7-2 on that 2-game win streak, and Sheridan kind of right in the middle of the pack there.
Yeah, as we mentioned before, the top 8 do get in, and Sheridan sitting in 6th place right now. A little bit of a cushion, but not too much. Kind of on that 4-game slide. Could slide to 5 here tonight. They're going to have to get back on a roll in a hurry if they want to get not only into a good playoff spot, but kind of climb the rankings and get a good seed, because you do not want to face the likes of Humber, St. Clair, Fanshawe early on.
That is a powerhouse top 3. Fanshawe, St. Clair, and Humber. And as you mentioned, if you're the Bruins, you don't want to see any 3 of those teams on your schedule if you hope to make a deep playoff run.
Yeah, especially Fanshawe only dropping 2 sets the entire season thus far. Just a complete beast of a team.
Yeah, those Falcons definitely a team to reckon with in the West Division, but these Hawks playing well tonight, really trying to make a push here in 2019.
It looks like they got a good team this year. They just got to work on who's going to take some of those roles that went away last year, you know? A lot of good talent here. Sally Nguyen's certainly been showing herself as a capable replacement.
Yeah, the big talking point going into this year was just the youth of this Humber Hawks lineup. I mean, you look down the list and a lot of ones in the experience category, a lot of first years on this team.
Yeah, 7 first-year players on this team.
But as we talked about, the likes of Schneider, who's contributed, and Henderson, it's really been a team effort, as well as the important veteran presence of Kyla Wilkins.
Yeah, really the libero and really the defensive captain of this team, and she's really the glue that holds this whole thing together and makes sure everyone gets their touches and everyone gets their plays, and gotta really give her a big shout out here.
So after 2 strong sets that went the way of the Hawks, we're on to set number 3 as Humber tries to make this a quick night.
Yeah, chance to go here for the sweep, and the service ace herself, Alex Bartman at the service line, ready to go.
A little bit of a delay here as Cooper Evelyn has a chat with the chair umpire. And we are ready to go. Set number 3 inside the Hawks nest. Cindy Roman's there. That's a strong play made by Darby Sewell. She'll fire home that kill for the first point of set 3.
Yeah, that one just paints the edge and finds the court there for another lead here for the Bruins to get this set started off. Back-to-back sets where they get the first point.
Wilkins finds Bartman to the net. That's Foley with the tip. And time again, you see Kyla Wilkins able to get to the ball with her athleticism, but that one goes off into the bleachers.
Yeah, a little bit of sloppy play there by Humber, a little miscombobulated, and handing another point there for the Bruins to start this one off at 2-0.
Wilkins takes that one high off the arms, but able to get it away. Foley will just bump it over. Strong play in the middle, but even better dig by Wilkins.
Yeah, that could have been an easy kill there, but Wilkins being in the right place at the right time. Seen a lot of that from her. And just a little bit of a miscue there by the Sheridan Bruins, and they let this point and by virtue of that, the serve slide away here.
Yeah,
Hawks
quick
are on
reaction
board.
there from Emma Wilson, but teammates not on the same page.
Olivia Foley getting ready to serve.
See your stats there, 3 digs and 2 kills on the evening. That one's high in there to Tara Ayun off the block. Wilkins now, Watson goes cross court, but able to be corralled. Far side to Sewell.
And big kill there. Olivia Foley just unable to corral that one.
A little bit of deja vu here as the Bruins have a hot start to this set. Now it's on the Hawks to claw their way back into it.
Yeah, we've seen, just like you said before, we've seen this before from the Bruins, but for them it's a matter of keeping that foot firmly pressed down on the gas pedal and trying to keep this Humber team down.
There's Emma Haney with the floater over the net. Far side to Sewell.
Nice block there.
That's Watson on the block. Ayun now, corralled by Bartman. Watson pushes it over.
Oh, that one looked like it might have missed. Could be a lucky break.
And indeed it is. That point goes the way for the Hawks as that push volley finds its way out of the back of the court.
Yeah, Ayun kind of did a little double take there at the line. She may have realized that it was going out, but she instead plays it, and the point ends up going to the Hawks. Kristen Osich with the serve. Another one goes long.
Unforced error there, that's Wilson. Take a replay of that last point there. See that one
Just
sail
a
wide.
rocket. And right now, Humber back tying it up at 3 points apiece, in this third set. That'll be another point there for the Hawks, and they take the lead here for the first time in this third set.
Back and forth we go. As once again, we will wait and see who's able to pull away and state their case. Nice dig there. Romans, the libero, gets it over. Foley now. And that is
deflected.
Trinity Lougheed, a fresh face in this game.
Yeah, nice kill there. We'll get the replay here. Deflected right past the front line, landing right in that Sheridan zone. Kristen Osich keeps serve.
And Lougheed there, a great evidence of the depth that the Humber Hawks possess in their lineup. Tipped over by Heaney. Scrambling now, it's Watson. A little bit of a rally going here. Great dig from the backcourt. That's Lougheed once again getting it done, as she hasn't had too much playing time tonight, but has made the most of it.
Yeah,
You'll
we get
see
another replay
Trinity
of that one.
Lougheed get that one down.
Yeah, perfect placement on that one. The Sheridan player just unable to make a play on that one.
Here's Sewell.
Partially blocked.
Backcourt, it's Foley.
And that one goes long.
We've seen that time and time again. Foley coming up from the backcourt attempting to make a play, and she's been successful more times than not, but that point there going the way of the Bruins.
And that serve goes right into the net, and Humber reclaims that 3-point lead.
Darby Sewell with the service error.
Serving the Hawks is number 8, Julia Watson.
Far side, Cooper Evelyn, and she'll find the court. Bruins hanging tough.
Yeah, crawling back into this one. Now only by 2 here. And Emma Wilson with the serve. Third-year player from Apple Hill, Ontario.
Wilkins there with the first touch. It's Watson. A little bit of a sloppy first touch from Tara Ayun as that drifts into the net and unable to make a play or teammates.
Yeah, a little bit of a tough break there.
Serving is number 5, Emma.
And that unforced error could be the story here for the Bruins as they just continue to let good potential plays here slide away.
The Bruins trying to get settled here, able to get it over. First touch is Watson, and she'll get the last. Push volley over. Cooper Evelyn. Nice
Humber's
play.
just gonna have to throw it over.
Free ball now for the Bruins.
Oh, tricky little play. Humber's onto it, though. That point's going to go to Sheridan. That was a double touch.
Violation there for the Hawks. As you mentioned, that sneaky play there over on 2. Hawks didn't appear to be too ready for it, but who else but Kyla Wilkins had a beat on the ball.
This is Celine Blanchette with the serve. That one will go wide and long. Humber reclaiming that 3-point lead as Trinity Lougheed gets ready to serve here. Second-year player out of St. Catharines, Ontario.
Performed well in her limited action tonight. A nice serve to go with it. Cooper Evelyn.
Partially blocked, but makes it over.
Time and time again, we see those Hawks get their hands on the ball. You see the block here on that last point. Just not enough as that one squeaks through. Wilkins, Bartman, Kirsten Nosic.
Right off the block, but kind of trickles down them. And the Sheridan Bruins really unable to do anything with that ball.
They have had absolutely no answer for Kirsten Nosic, and if they ask me, I wouldn't have one either. She has been an absolute force. Romans now puts it up. That's Sewell. Great dig and a play by Kirsten Nosic.
Wow.
What a play, the combination of Foley and Kirsten Nosic getting it done there.
Yeah, a little bit of an improvised play here. Humber caught off guard by this ball, and they'll just kind of throw it over. Nice little tip, and
just as Coach Wilkins drew it up, I'm sure.
yeah, and Ayun and Manley, not really much of a play for them on that one.
Ayun with the power strike there, and she gets a point.
Yeah, that one will catch the line. Sheridan staying alive in this one.
And that should go down as Ayun's first kill of the match. Someone who averages close to 2.5 per set. Took her to set number 3 to get on the board.
Yeah, Humber's been doing a really good job shutting her down this match.
Watson put the hammer down. Nice play by Cooper Evelyn to get a hand on it.
We're going to get a replay on this one.
As you see that nice dig attempt.
Yeah, Cooper Evelyn just unable to make a play on that one as she dove to her right.
Here's Foley.
Just makes it over the net.
Sewell once again with the last touch. Kirsten Nosic able to be returned by Romans. To the backcourt it goes. Foley, Bartman, Kirsten Nosic.
That will be a point there for the Hawks as they take a set-high 5-point lead. And this one could be slipping away from the Sheridan Bruins. Won't be surprised if they called another timeout here soon.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on head coach Scott Hunt. See if he wants to have a chat with his team before this one gets too out of hand.
That one just barely makes it over. Humber with a little bit of a break here.
Watson unable to get it down. Cooper Evelyn for the backcourt.
Oh, tough play there. She puts it right into the net.
Nothing but net for Cooper Evelyn.
Yeah,
Not
there's
ideal.
The timeout.
Right on cue. Great call, Andrew. As you figure with the momentum shifting so strong in one direction, it was time for Scott Hunt to have a chat with his team.
Yeah, timeout may have come a play too late there as this set looked like it was already kind of slipping away, but still a good timeout nonetheless.
And not too much to figure out if you're the Sheridan Bruins. It's really been the same attack from Humber with that strong power plays from the big girls in the front court. That's Falcomer standing at 6 foot, and a lot of tall, big players on this side. And Sheridan not really having much of an answer so far.
Yeah, it's easy to say, oh, you have to avoid that front line, but like I just said, easier said than done. And it's tough to keep the ball away from them, especially when Humber is such a great player like Kylie Wilkins, who's great at getting those balls set up where it can go to them for those big kills and big points. And Sheridan just kind of playing reactionary volleyball right now. Humber's really been in the driver's seat here.
Yeah, as you mentioned, it hasn't been exactly a blowout on the way of Humber. A lot of tight games, especially early in sets, but never was there a doubt that Humber was in control of this game as As you mentioned, Sheridan just feeding off the reaction.
Oh, that one just stays in. Sheridan lets to let that one go for a Humber point. And they're up by 7 here.
And how about the game had by Olivia Foley? Whether it's on the service line, in the backcourt, or front court, she's really been unstoppable tonight. A little too early to look ahead to the player of the game, but I would toss her name in the hat. Here's Heaney now with the tip. Here's Sewell.
Big block there.
And that's Kirsten Osic and Watson. Once again, the power duo.
Yeah, just like you brought before, that Humber front line has just been dynamite here for them in this game through all 3 sets and really paving the way for what looks like it's going to be a Humber victory.
And with a big smile, Julia Watson will head off the court. In comes Sally Nguyen. It's Coach Wilkins, you see there, has to be awful pleased with what he's seen from the women tonight. And that serve may have been long, but it was touched by Jamie Bonikas.
And another Sheridan timeout here. Down by 9, things are once again looking bleak for them.
Yeah, that first timeout, as you mentioned, maybe a play or two late. This one may just be to have a little chat and start looking ahead, as they're down by 9 currently.
Yeah, and again, I think if you're the coach of Sheridan, Scott Hutton, you're just telling your team that you just want to stay alive in this one. Just finish it strong, even though this one might be slipping away. You just want to come up, finish this one strong, and carry that momentum into the next game, hopefully.
Absolutely. Sheridan finding themselves in the middle of the pack, both in the standings and many statistics. They're going to need a strong end to this season to hopefully climb up that standings board and put themselves in a better playoff position.
Yeah, it's all about that seeding. And Sheridan just looks they'll be kind of floating into that tournament. That's not the direction you want to go. You want to be going in there as the team to watch out for.
So in this third set, the Hawks chase their 41st consecutive victory over the Bruins. And need just 8 more points to do it.
Oh. That ball just gets away from that Humber front line as they're unable to make a play on it.
Still a lot of energy on the side of the Hawks with this much breathing room. Not too much cause for concern just yet, as they're just having fun out here in their first match of 2019.
Yeah, why not? Everything seems to be breaking their way in this first match, so gotta have a little fun with that.
Here's Carrie Matthews. In the middle is Kirsten Nosich. And a thunderous kill. Hopeless are the Bruins defenders against her tonight, as time and time again.
As we're gonna replay that one, her 8th kill of the night here. It's a beautiful spike on that one.
It seems as though every time Kirsten Nosich takes to the air, the whole gym goes silent. Everybody anticipates what play she's gonna make next. Here's Sally Nguyen getting it done.
Yeah, she put that one right at JB Bonikas, but unable to make a play on that one as she had to dive forward. Just a little out of her reach. And Humber's now in the home stretch here in this third set. And
Not
the chance here to sweep, yeah.
Not taking their foot off the gas pedal are the Hawks.
Absolutely not.
They're playing strong here late in set number 3. Big block
there. Kept alive here by the Hawks. That's Nguyen.
Cross court, unable to find the court. A little bit of miscommunication there, but able to get it over.
Oh, that one just gets away from the Bruins.
Danielle Miles puts that one over. And a miscue by the Bruins will add another point to the Hawks total. Now just 5 away from closing the show.
Yeah, and this is where you just want to kind of finish things up here strong for the Bruins. Down here by 10, things are not looking good, but you never know if you just do the right things. You could crawl back into this one. That's what they're just going to try and do here, as Darby Sewell will have served. Second-year player out of Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario.
See a lot of bench players in there for the Hawks, and that's Danielle Miles with another point as Coach Wilkins getting the whole team into the lineup tonight.
The serving is number 3.
Yeah, a chance to get everyone some playing time here and kind of fool around and experiment with the lineups.
And there really doesn't seem to be a weak link in this chain, as every player who's been out tonight has really performed well. And one of those, Sally Nguyen, is going to get us going with the serve here.
So let's see, 4 points away for victory.
Chasing it down are the Bruins. Wilkins. Trinity Lougheed able to play it off the chest of Wilkins. Lougheed on the block.
Yeah, big block there.
But third time is the charm for the Bruins. So they'll put that one down and bring the lead to 10.
Yeah, still hanging around in this one, but once again, that deficit's pretty big as we get a replay of that last play. And just a big kill there by Tammy and Cooper Evelyn. Humber scrambling here.
Danielle Miles.
Wow.
Cross court seam with that one.
Yeah, just a perfect shot, and not much Sheridan could have done with that one.
As these depth players are really putting on a show late here, showing they're just as capable as the starters.
Yeah, good to see this Humber depth playing well.
Over on 2 go the Bruins, and that'll work. Carrie Matthews with a cheeky play. That'll drop down for the 12th Sheridan point of the set.
Kyla Wilkins trying her best to get to that one, doing a little spin roll to try and get to it, but a little late.
Yeah, I don't think a game goes by where Kyla Wilkins isn't the most athletic person on the floor. Seems as though she finds herself on her stomach and back more than on her feet most games, as she flies around like an Energizer bunny.
Yeah, and even when she's not able to make a play, she still manages to make it look impressive like that last one is. Right there, Holly Dunn puts that one right into the net, and Humber just 2 points away from victory.
Serving for the Hawks, number 1, Trinity Lougheed.
There's a look at Scott Hunt, who can't be too thrilled with his team's performance tonight, but they've hung in tough with a very strong caliber Humber team.
That one's gonna miss. Match point here for the Humber Hawks to take their 41st consecutive victory for the Sheridan Bruins, and a very impressive feat.
Trinity Lougheed gonna be the one to try to end it. Continue this dominating run that Humber has.
And that lands in.
And what a better way to end it than with a service ace. Trinity Lougheed gets it done, and that'll do it for us tonight. 25-12, the last set score. And Andrew, what do you see from the girls tonight? Quite the performance.
Yeah, certainly Humber capitalized on those errors by the Bruins. A lot of missed opportunities by them, and yeah, just like I said, Humber really able to capitalize, and that front line really coming up big. Sheridan really didn't have an answer for Kostanisic and a lot of those other players, just throwing down a lot of hard hit balls. Made it very tough on them.
Foley and Kirsten Osic really dominated this one with the kills. Very strong showing at the beginning of 2019 for the Hawks. A reminder to tune in at 8 o'clock or possibly about a half-hour time for this men's game between Sheridan and Humber. To see the final scores there, Humber with the sweep, and getting it done is Coach Wilkins to add to his win total.
Yeah, just continuing to get more and more dominating as it went on. And yeah, just got better and better as this game went along, kind of shook off the rust, and we'll see you guys again for 8 o'clock for the men's matchup in this doubleheader, Humber versus Sheridan.
Absolutely, this great rivalry continues. That'll do it for us here in the booth. For Adam Lucier, my broadcasting partner, Andrew Milani, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you at the men's game at 8 o'clock. Thanks for watching.